Thank you, Leader. If ever there was a stark example of how the misallocation of resources caused by the Irish asylum industry is eating our state alive, then it is detailed in this week's report by the Irish Penal Reform Trust on overcrowding. Our prison services, just like our education or health services, is swamped, and the Department of Justice is doing everything in their power to cover up this reality as they consider the ghastly prospect of early release for convicts. According to the report, community services could come to replace many aspects of penal servitude, with those even convicted of sexual crimes to be potentially released in the hopes that a simple ankle tag would prevent them from reoffending. Would you trust a simple ankle tag to prevent a convicted rapist from reoffending should they be released back into the community? I certainly wouldn't for my family, which is why I would worry the prioritisation of international protection applicants over keeping Irish prisons operational. Take, for example, Thornton Hall, previously earmarked to become a new custom prison to cater for an overflow from Mountjoy, but instead is now designated to become an asylum mega centre, providing tented accommodation for potentially thousands of international applicants. While Irish prisons struggle with a spike in drug deaths, rampant crime and a growing wave of dysfunctional in the Department of Justice, it is eager to trade away valuable development sites to provide for disproportionately bogus asylum applicants. There is a genuine compassionate argument for an increase in non-custodian sentence or vocational programmes to replace penal servitude, something many reformers have advocated for years. This is, however, no argument for reckless early release schemes to be held to feed an asylum system that continues to mutate out of control. Ireland's prison population has seen one of the fastest growth rates in Europe, with a 12% increase in the incarceration rate between 2022 and 2023. It stands to reason why we desperately need every acre of prison space we can get to grapple with, ideally even freeing up a prime site at Mountjoy for eventual development. The French author Victor Hugo once wrote, "He who opens a school door closes a prison." Perhaps a modern Irish variation would be closing a prison to open an asylum centre.